Thanks, guys. I'm Stephen Human. It's an icy time of year, and it doesn't get much icier than where I am right now, Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada. Now, this is a unique destination in the frozen north that has a bit of what you'd expect and a bit of what you wouldn't. Now, there's obviously world-class skiing and snowmobiling, but I want to take you on a different type of adventure today, one that can only be found in this frozen section of Canada, where the ice reigns supreme.
Western Canada is much like its southern counterpart in the United States, in that it is dominated by the Rocky Mountains. 225 miles west of Edmonton, the Athabasca River Valley cuts a swath through the granite peaks and forms an area of surprising diversity with sheer cliffs and dense forests. This is Jasper National Park, a land of outdoor exploration for every extreme.
The national park itself is 4,200 square miles, and it encompasses a huge area. We're the largest of the Canadian Rockies in Western Canada. Where else can you be where there's just these great mountains, great nature, and friendly people?
The town of Jasper is small, purposely so. It was legislated years ago that the city couldn't grow past a certain size, so if you fall in love with the area and wish to make it your permanent residence, you're going to have to wait for someone to move. Otherwise, you're out of luck. Now, famous Marmot Ski Resort is just 20 miles out of town, and if you want to hit the slopes there, by all means, strap on your skis. For me, though, I wanted something off the beaten path, something different and mysterious. For that, I hit the Maligne Ice Walk. This is a slot canyon, but one incredibly different from what you find in the American Southwest. There's nothing like this anywhere else on Earth.
It is a slot canyon, but it did have a rock top on it. As we look at it, you can see the horizontal lines of the rock. So there was another layer of rock on top of this. And as the last ice age receded 12 to 14,000 years ago, it actually lifted the top off, the last layer off, and exposed this underground river system or karst system.
Now, in the warmer months of the year, that river flows through the canyon all the way to the brim. But in the winter, something interesting happens. It all starts a few miles to the north at Medicine Lake, which feeds the Maligne Canyon.
It's a disappearing lake. It's one of those places, you come here in the winter, you have a look at it, big empty basin, you come back in the summer, massive lake full of water. The average depth change from winter to summer here is about 20 meters or 60 feet.
So in the summer you can fish and enjoy the water, and in the winter it's an empty bowl, perfect for snowshoeing. Since the lake drains, the canyon does as well, opening it up to explorers looking to find a world of blue curtains of ice that cover almost every inch of the slot canyon. I hooked up with Murray Morgan from the Jasper Adventure Center, and he took me on a tour of this crystalline crevasse.
From on top here, we're going to see the top of the Queen of Maligne and Angel Ice Fall. These are popular places for people to learn to ice climb. And then about 45 minutes after that, we'll be at the bottom having a look up.
Once at the bottom, you walk on solid ice that can change in height up to 12 feet in just a few weeks depending on temperature swings. Frozen waterfalls cascade over rocks like upside-down castles of ice. Some of the water is still flowing, encased in walls of frozen crystal like it's being kept behind glass. The scale of the ice is immense as it tumbles from the top of the canyon and meets the ground far below. The entire world is white except for the blue of the densest ice that sits foreboding along the canyon walls, just waiting for the first thaw of spring. Places like the Maligne Ice Canyon have an interesting way of changing how you see the surrounding area. We think we know a place as we glance around at the landscape from afar and judge the rocky terrain, but we can't really know anything about what a destination really has to offer until we delve into the hidden recesses and discover what makes it different from everywhere else, what makes it worth exploring in the first place. Here in Jasper, there is plenty of mystery and intrigue. The Maligne Ice Canyon is just the tip of that iceberg.
Well, if you want to make Jasper National Park your next family destination, you're going to need to fly into Edmonton, Alberta, and then you take Canada Highway 16 west, and it's a straight shot into Jasper. It's really easy to find. Now, Edmonton itself also has a lot of great adventures. They have some great snowmobiling, but the thing I found most interesting was actually the West Edmonton Mall. This is a crazy place. You know, it's a mall, but it's kind of like it's a mixture of an amusement park and a summer destination. It's crazy. I'll need to show it off to you sometime because it's a really fun place. Well, I'm Stephen Human for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more winter adventures. Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Stephen?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.